So it looks like it's only 15 millimeter wrenches to pull this stuff apart here. We'll see. I don't know what you're thinking. TJ, you've got a impact wrench gun right there. Why don't you use it? Well, I don't have any millimeter sockets for my impact gun. So I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. All right. I probably better pull this off before I go much farther. There. Not too bad. Actually, quite a bit easier than I thought it would be here. Whole part just comes out. Let me grab a piece of baling wire. Tie that up here. Good enough. Get that up and out of the way. Now, how lucky you suppose I'm going to get this will just slide right out? Oh, hell yeah. All right. Yeah, she's pretty tore up. So I think that there's a spring ring in here because there's not a snap ring. So, and good, it's just driving right off. And we'll send this. Oh, there's my snap ring that goes inside of the boot here. All right, good. So there's bearing race. All right, so we don't want to throw that thing out. So we'll put this boot from the other axle back on here and get my stay out of the way boot thing here on. Okay, so then we need this. And throw this bad boy on here. Give it a couple of whacks to get over that spring retainer. All right, there. All right. So then we'll start putting these little ball bearings back on. I'm going to get us some red and tacky here. Good old Lucas red and tacky. Here you can see what I'm using. Farmer's everything here. All right, so we got our axle back together with the bearings repacked. Obviously, this isn't Polaris approved strap, or this one. It'll work though. Like I said, this is just a ranch vehicle. I did grease the front spindle with the red and tacky. And we'll put this back together and see how well she works. I'll put this back in here with our spring clip. She goes right in, no problem. Let's see here. Try not to make a huge mess. There we go. And we've got our, we'll do our spindle next. So I'm probably doing this wrong and I'll end up fighting it. But we're going to try to do this first and then put the spindle in second. Well, at least I got plenty of grease on everything, right? We're just going to get that started there. I'll put the shock on. Get this thing out of the way here. Whacking me in the head. I don't know why something tells me that the bolt went through this way. This one, that's the way it is on the other shock. All right. Well, go on just like this. I try to pull this thing out a little bit here. I got these two washers that need to go on there. There we go. That'll make it a little easier, I think. I'm probably doing something stupid here by cranking this thing down with an inch. But we'll go just there. Let me grab a cotter pin for that. Got my beautiful Tractor Supply cotter pin case here. Now, next size down. That'll work. I'll just go halfway. And bend these around so that they can't go anywhere. See if our cap will go back on there. Perfect. So all I gotta do is tighten these down. We'll get the machine down off the jacks, off the jack stands, and well, maybe before we do that, even Before I go too tight on this, I'll tighten this one up. And we'll just get in the machine and fire it up here real quick. And see if it turns. And we'll torque that to spec. That's good. So let's see if this thing works here. All right. We're moving them forward. There's reverse. All right. Give it a little bit of speed here. Now it looks like everything held together. All I got to do is finish tightening everything down. My little hose clamp CB boot worked. We'll see how long they last. Maybe next time at the dealer, I'll pick up some of those boots. Well, I got to rebuild that other axle anyhow. All right, we'll get this machine completely put back together. All I got to do is tighten up this bolt, put the wheel back on, get everything torqued down the specs, and then we'll roll this thing out. All right, y'all have a good day.